Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video right here on Solana. We're going to do a full update, full intraday update. We'll talk about some of the possibilities and some of the scenarios on the higher time frames as well, of course. But in general, just trying to prepare you as well as I can for everything that's going to happen or that could happen with Solana. So let's get right into it. I mean, Solana has been quite volatile over the last couple of days. Of course, if you're only watching Solana, you'd say it's very volatile. But if you see what's going on with the markets, I would say it's moving very much in line with what the market does, right? I mean, the markets, the last 48 hours has been incredibly volatile, and Solana has followed that. Also in the last 24 hours, in which we had some very interesting, but also some very important price action for Solana, and that's what we'll talk about. I'll try to keep the video nice and short. I think we can do that because there are some specific things you need to know about. But ultimately, the situation is quite simple, I'd say. All right, fundamentals for Solana still pretty good, but they are decreasing. The DEX trading volumes are decreasing at least, which in my opinion is most important. So we can talk about the TVL, but the TVL is basically just moving with the price, so that doesn't really matter. No, I mean, fundamentals better than April, much better than March, but are they good enough to pump the price of Solana up? In my opinion, no. All right, so what I think is most important for Solana right now is whether we are able to stay in this balance here on top of 164. All right, and I've spoken about this before, right? 164, in my opinion, is well, not the most important level, but it is a very important level. All right, because right now what Solana is doing is it's finding balance. My apologies, it's finding balance here on top of a pretty significant resistance level. And we want to stay in balance there, right? If we stay in balance on top of a level like that, very similar to what Solana did right here, right? 144 is the point of control from last year, right here, as you can see, 144, 143. And what you can see is that Solana was able to break above that, right? Such as, like similar to how Solana broke above 164, it was able to find balance. And if you're able to find balance on top of a high time frame resistance level, the most likely scenario is always a bullish continuation. And that's what we want to see. We want to see a move from Solana into that next resistance level at 191, 192. But for that to happen, we do need to keep this balance, all right? And there we zoom in a little bit more. And if we're unable to find that, to keep that balance, by the way, we will drop down lower into 150, 156, 158 right now. That's the support level is moving up a little bit. So what you can see if you zoom in is a bearish breakdown right here on Monday. And so far, what Solana has done, it has been able to reclaim back into the range. All right, it has been able to break back above the most important level right here at 164.5 and 166.5. The most important thing for Solana in the short term is holding that level. All right, we just need to hold that level. If we're able to hold that level, we will get back up to 177. We'll stay in this balance. And as long as we're in this balance, the most likely continuation is a bullish continuation. All right, which, by the way, is also in line with others, right? So others is an index you can use to see how strong altcoins are. I would say others is moving into a major support level. And that lines up well with the support that lines up well with this move up for Solana. But then we do need to hold this level at 165.5, like I said, and 166.5. So that's by far the most important thing right here, right? That's the main thing I'm going to be watching. I would argue, if I take a look at Bitcoin, if I take a look at just in general the financial markets, I would say it's most likely that we will be able to hold this level, so that we'll be able to get a bounce, that we'll spike down a bit lower, but that we will be able to get a bounce, consolidate, and then from there, look, let's my prediction ends with the consolidation, and then I'll keep you updated on further developments, but that is what I think is most likely for now. So thank you for watching, take care, and bye.